Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hey real lifers, y'all come on in, come on in. Oh Lord, how y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. I am tired, y'all. I have been up and going since this morning when I got up at 6:15. I've been going. I just got home. What y'all doing? Y'all at work? I know some of y'all at work. Y'all gonna catch the replay. If you catch the replay, hit hashtag replay in the comments. Also, remember, if you're watching and you like it, go on and tap them reactions. Share me with your homies so they can come on over and we can all be homies. Also, let's see what else. Also, remember that my inbox is open. If you got any questions or concerns or anything you would like to ask, Real Life with April, I'm here, available, and we'll get back to you. Um, so listen, y'all, let me explain something. You know, everybody on the South Side know. Good morning, Miss Peaches. Welcome in. If you in professional mode, hit professional mode in the comments so that people can go and check your page out and see if they want to follow or engage, whatever. But put professional mode in the comments, please, so people will know. If you're over on YouTube and you're watching me from YouTube, I know I haven't been over there a lot, but we live on YouTube now. So please feel free to comment, share me out from YouTube. And also you may message me at Real Life with April over there as well if you want to. Or you can message me over here on Facebook, wherever you want to. I'm getting a website up and coming, so I will have a website for all Real Life with April things coming soon. So y'all just hold on and wait. Y'all know I don't know nothing about technical stuff. So baby, building a website. This has been a task. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So, anyway, so a couple of things. Let's just, y'all know what's going on over there on the south side of Facebook. You know, all of these STDs, STIs, they the same thing. So whichever term you want to use, please just use one. Either say STI or STD. They all the same thing. You ain't gotta say, well, maybe I got a STD and this is a STI. Baby, listen, they all either STDs or STIs. They're interchangeable. You don't have to say both. Please just pick one. Y'all, pick one. STI, STD, same thing. Thank you. Let's start there because oh my gosh. Miss Williams, crazy. It's Luda. It is it's ludicrous. Anyway, so let's start there. Okay, my first advice is if you have any genuine questions, hey, Nisi Pooh, and make sure y'all professional folks put professional mode in the comments because I'm gonna be talking, so I might not stop much. So, because I don't mind any questions or concerns or anything that real life with April can help you with, right? But listen, y'all, listen. Everybody business ain't nobody business. Do you understand? I don't know if y'all grew up like I did, but I grew up being told everybody business ain't nobody business. So I will not address any person directly, right? If you message me and we have a conversation, that's one thing, but it's not my place or my business to come up here and talk about nobody grown. Do you understand? That's their business. It don't matter to me one way or another what they doing. So what I would first like to say is, as a retired medical professional, if you have any serious, genuine concerns with your body or your mind, please go to the doctor. Not the emergency room, not urgent care. Now, if it's an emergency, go to those places. But if you're reaching out to ask me, it probably ain't an emergency. So go to your physician. If you're asking about other people's business, that is not an emergency. You understand? And really ain't none of your business. So, but whenever you go to your doctor, you need to be open and honest with them 100%. Tell them everything. You can trust them. Tell them. They will help you. They will guide you. They will give you the teaching and the instructions that you need going forward. That is my advice. If it's something going on, go see a physician. If you do not have insurance, okay, because it happens, right? If you do not have health insurance, there is a federally funded health department in your area that will address your needs. Now, if you have a job, this is what I know, not what I guess. So let me help y'all. If you have a job, the health department has what they call a sliding scale for payment. So if you have income, tell them. Don't go up in there lying. Again, it's federally funded. So guess what they have access to? They got federal access. Come on, y'all. We got to grow up. The fact that you can't even tell the truth when you go to the doctor shows that you're not mature enough to be doing some of these other things anyway. I'm just saying. And I mean that. So anyway, you can go to your local health department. They're all over the United States of America, baby. So if you live anywhere in the United States of America, there is a health department you can go to. And that is what it's called. Look up the blank county health department. Whichever blank county you in, you fill in your blank, but go to that health department. They would do anything you need done. Also, another federally funded program, Planned Parenthood. If you are a woman, you could go there, but it is not the health department, okay? But you can go to Planned Parenthood for everything from mammograms to the other things that people say they go there for. It is not just for the other things. Planned Parenthood offers a lot of different programs. So let's start there. Let's find out where we can go to get the information we're trying to find out. Those are the answers. Do not Google. Do not WebMD. Do not, unless you have the medical knowledge to understand the information you're reading. Okay? Let's just be real simple, cut and short with this. Do not read this information offline or out of a book, wherever you choose to get it, if you cannot, if you do not have the complete understanding of what you're reading. Because listen, you're not going to get anywhere that way. You're going to get a lot of misinformation, very confused, and what you're going to say to others is not going to be completely accurate because you don't understand what you read. You're just repeating it. Just tell my kids to call Auntie April. Hey, if my niece and nephew know, holla. Because listen, I'm very big on confidentiality. Listen, I was trained on confidentiality long before HIPAA. So, and it's the truth. Listen, y'all, all my friends and family, I am their first medical contact. It is what it is. And I don't mind that. But I'm talking to y'all. I'm talking to y'all out there in the universe that's over here on Facebook. Just look, listen, y'all. You make yourself look crazy when you just be spouting off numbers, spouting off percentages, and you don't understand why. You don't understand why it's that percentage or why it's this way or what does this type of bacteria versus see those are the type of this type of bacteria. What's the difference in this virus and that virus? What's the DNA or the RNA in that cell that makes one virus HSV1 different from HSV2? What is the coding that makes it that different? Because cells are set up like how computers are. Listen, it's a coding in each cell in our body. So everything has a purpose. But if you are not a medical professional and you cannot understand how that information is broke down to make it where you can do it, d- go see someone that can help you. Stop asking why. Listen, y'all, everybody up here asking each other questions. I hit, listen, somebody hit my inbox and asked me if I could, listen, they want me to go live to talk about other people results. Listen, my job is not to talk about other people lab results unless that person is getting a call from me to discuss with them their lab results. Ain't none of my business. I don't even really care about their lab results, right? I will say this. Somebody sent me a snippet of what Maybe has said, that she spoke to her doctor and her doctor had given her some very clear understanding about things she couldn't do, the risk of certain things. That snippet that was sent to me that I seen, she's 100% right. And it doesn't sound like her doctor is not doctoring. Like, it's the truth. I know everyone loves to say, "Oh, this will happen and this won't happen." Listen, medicine don't work like that. There is no this or that. There's usually this is usually how it goes. This is the normal. This is the statistic that is most probable, right? But that doesn't mean that that is what will happen. So what she said is right, and how she's choosing to go forward with her granddaughter is her business, and I believe it's perfectly safe and okay. If she is not having an active outbreak, she does not need medication if she chooses not to take it. There are a lot of people, y'all, a lot of people who have HSV1 and 2. It's a lot of people with it in the United States. Exactly. Medicine is a practice. That's real good. That's real good, sis. Medicine is a practice. You have to implement things to be healthy and to know what is going on in your body. I mean, it is. It's a practice. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna write that down. I should have that somewhere. That's good. Medicine is a practice. So, as far as she giving like kissing her on her forehead, and I think she said her cheek. She, listen, y'all, the lady said I won't even kiss her on her hands because she puts her hands in her mouth because she is a baby. So listen, y'all, what more y'all want from her? Now I'm not finna get into it, but that really, she trying. Like she's telling y'all what she getting, and she going and she's listening to her doctor. So that is sufficient. I mean, I don't see where any more of that is any of yours or my concern. Like, I'm not gonna do that over here. That is not who I am. That is not what I do. I love medicine, and I would never use what I know as a weapon against anyone. And anybody that wants to do that is ludicrous. And I would never. I'm not going to give you any ammunition. I'm not going to, because listen, I'm going to come right here and talk about it. What she said in that snippet that I was sent from Maybay is 100% I am agreeing, in agreement with. Her doctor told her there's no guarantee, but it's not very probable that that will happen. So she said on herself, I'm going to take these after I've gotten the information I got from my physician. Then I'm going to, and they answered my questions. I'm going to implement these actions. Okay, y'all. What more could she do, y'all? Come on now. I'm not getting into that. And I will not discuss it any further, not that part on this page. What I will say is what she said. Her doctor is doctoring, and I agree with what her doctor she said in that snippet I got. Now I ain't seen or heard the rest, but in the piece I got where she talked specifically about what her doctor told her about passing on the HSV or, contact different, how that works. So I'm not gonna, now listen, that whole, I don't know who made up that whole gallon of saliva stuff. Listen, it do not take that much to transfer I'm gonna answer that, Miss Jennifer. Hey, Southern Slice, I hope you doing well, beautiful. Jennifer Wilson, I'm gonna answer that. Just hold on 1 second. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. I'm gonna state facts. I'm gonna answer the questions I get concerning what they concern. But my thing is why everybody want all this information on STIs now? Tell me why all y'all adults that's doing adult activity didn't want this type of information previously. Like, that's a concern for me, right? Like, why? Why are we getting the information now? And for everybody who wants to understand all this information, like I said, make you an appointment. First of all, let's make you an appointment. Let's get good morning, sweet truth. Let's get all of your tests done and let's discuss with your doctor your results. See, that's how this needs to be addressed. It's not our place, and I will never listen. I will never take the knowledge that I have spent since 1995 gathering and the hours I have spent doing research and reading. Y'all, to have the understanding I have when it comes to medicine, this don't just happen overnight, and it's not something that I just do once in a while. When you are in the medical field and you love medicine, now listen, the medical field, like anything else, some people just there for the check, right? But when you love medicine, I love medicine to understand how it all works together. And that is how I I view it when I'm doing patient education, whether it's for diabetes or it's because we just told someone they're HIV positive. Do you understand? That's the level of expertise I have. Those are rooms I have sat in. I have sat there when we've had to tell a patient they HIV positive. Okay? I have sat there when we've had to tell a patient and explain to them about diabetes or high blood pressure. Like, all of these things. It's not just HSV, or it's not just the Mycoplasma genitalium. It's not just chlamydia. It's not just, these are not the only things that require patient education. So for me, this is not a drama. This is not tea. This is not National Inquiry worthy. What this is real serious stuff to me. That's how I feel, because I'm serious about who I am and what I have done and what I still do. I promise, I'm sitting right here looking at probably 60 medical books on the bookshelves in my living room, y'all. That's how much I love medicine. And I have everything there from microbiology to a Tabor's Cyclopedia. Listen, it's up there. I got lab books. I got all kind of stuff because I just like to read, study, and understand. I got stuff up there about research and cardiology. Baby, I got it. I just love medicine. I love understanding. So I read, I study, I learn, which is what made me such an amazing nurse and an amazing hospital corpsman, and why the flight surgeons and the internalists and the infectious disease doctors and the maternal fetal medicine physicians that I have worked with throughout my years have always allowed me to learn right next to them, because they knew I loved it and I wanted to learn. So I do not take for granted the grace and the ability that God Himself has given me and the love for what I do. So I will not get messy over here. What I will say, and I hope y'all share it, what Maybe said in the snippet I was sent based on what her doctor told her concerning baby P and how she is going to move forward. Maybe asked the right questions, got the right information, and is going to implement it what I believe medically is correctly. So that's all. I don't give a darn Who she out here laid up with, what she doing, baby, that's their business. Maybe only responsibility is to make sure, which now that mean I don't even know who she'd have to make sure to know it's on the internet, but it's her responsibility to let her partners know her status. But that ain't my responsibility. That ain't your responsibility. Thank you, sweet. What the? Oh, look. I don't know what that say. I tried to see it, but yeah. So listen, that's it. That's all. So do not. I'm gonna say this. I will not address her and her situation again because it is not mine nor your business. And what she shares, that's her page. That's her and her people business. That is not. I will never tear nobody down. I don't do that. Not ever, y'all. Y'all can hang that up. You can send it in my inbox, do whatever you want to do. And the only reason I'm even saying anything, because I've been sent other things too, is because she said herself in the clip I saw that she spoke to her doctor. This is what her doctor said, and this is what she gonna do. So that is why I'm comfortable saying she right. That's all. That's all I got to say. That's it. So let's go back up here to Miss Jennifer's question. What do you get a sty in your eye from? So Miss Jennifer, as I'm gonna make sure I'm understanding because you said a sty. So you were talking about what you get on your eyelid, the little bump, right? Looks like a little pimple. It doesn't necessarily look like a zit, but it gets like a little ball, like a knot. There's not necessarily a cap on the top. There's not necessarily a white pocket on top, but it's like a bump. Okay, so those honestly, a sty is generally an eyelash, an eyelash that is ingrown. So there really is no treatment. If you can see the eyelash and get the lash out, right? The hair, the eyelash, and I would say hair, but it's actually an eyelash because of the location of the sty. So, and you will get the hair out, it'll go away, just like a hair bump on your leg or your bikini area if you're a woman. When you get the hair out, the bump goes away. So, it's the same way with a sty. So if it's caused by that, if you get a sty on your eye, and it's usually really sore the first couple of days, and then it kind of just is there. If it doesn't go away, or it hurts really bad, or blocks your vision, you should go see your doctor. Eye sits bath. So you just soak your eye is what Sweets is saying, and that will work too. Just like kind of like you would do for a hair bump. If you get a hair bump on your legs, anywhere you got hair under your arms, if you put like a warm towel on it, like a compress, it will draw it up and help it come out. But yes, that will work as well. So you treat it just like you would treat an ingrown hair anywhere else, essentially. Just do not listen. Don't put salt on your eye. When I say that to people, because some people, listen, one thing I tell you, and I always told my patients this, listen, I don't think you a dummy, but I'm going to dummy it down so that both of us have clear understanding and get both of our questions answered. Because there's things I need to ask my patient to understand that they understand what I said to them. See, that's where I think a lot of miscommunication and a lot of things come wrong. I think that some people don't understand that when they go to their doctor, that I know that the doctor is in and out. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. One thing I know, most patients are scheduled for 15-minute appointments. And that doctor's duty is to get in and out that room quickly for that reason. But let me tell you about your rights as the patient. Make sure you ask all your questions. And if you don't think of it in there and you leave and you think of it, do not leave that doctor's office without having your nurse contact information. Now, you may have to call said nurse and leave a message or send a message in your my chart, whatever way you choose to contact and communicate with your doctor's office. They will get back to you, or they should. Now I know not all medical people doing what they're supposed to, so but that ain't got nothing to do with me. They should answer you to go back, to circle back and ask that to make sure you understand. But I was always mindful that no matter who I was teaching my patient, it was my responsibility to make sure they understood what I was explaining to them. Because if they get home and they can't remember nothing I said, because I'm up here talking about, you know, medical terms, then they like, what? I don't know. What happened? Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. So for me, that is how I teach. That is how I talk about medicine because, listen, most people, if I go to talking fast on you, you're going to be like, what you said? Because I know it that well in my mind. But my job as an educator is to make sure, hey, cuz, hey, Maya, is to make sure that they know what they need to be responsible for. Because I'm going to hold them accountable for the information I gave them. So that's why I don't think anybody in here don't understand what I'm saying. That's just how my mind works, and that's how I do things. Because I don't want no misunderstanding. I want you to understand what I'm telling you. So, as far as STIs, that is each of our responsibility for ourselves. I don't care. I don't care how long you've been in a relationship. I don't care how long you've been married. I don't care how long you've been single. I don't care how long you've been celibate. I don't care how long you've been abstinent. I don't care how long you've been, I don't care how long you've been, whatever. Your status is your responsibility. If you just a regular, if you just, having a couple partners a year, the same partner a year, whatever them is, listen, you need to be checked every time you end or begin a new sexual relationship. So hear me. I don't care if it's been 6 months, 2 days, 3 months, 2 years. No, I'm wrong. A year. Because every 12 months, I believe, if you are a sexual being, every 12 months you should have a workup done. You should get looked at for everything just to make sure. Now, if you was out here in a you was non-monogamous, your partners is non-monogamous, do what you want to do. Y'all know I was like I said, I told you I was a 304 baby. I used to go and get my stuff done quarterly. Every 3 months I was at them people office. But listen, the reason for that is because I got OCD. But I can tell you every person I've ever been with where I didn't protect myself. I give you their social security numbers. You understand me? I know where to find them. Because I was safe. I protected myself. I wanted to know. I also have understanding of that a lot of things remain asymptomatic. What that means is you can have it, you can pass it, but you yourself ain't never had an outbreak. You ain't even know you had it because you ain't had no symptoms. It ain't like you was doing it intentionally or that was your plan. Now, some people intentionally, but there's laws against that. So, handle that accordingly. But your responsibility is you. That's it. Y'all more concerned about other people's information than your own. Crazy. Crazy. Also, I heard somebody asked me if having a STI could prevent you from menstruating, right? In women. Yes, is a simple answer. It could affect that over time because what happens is most STIs, not all, because like trick is a parasitic infection. Yes, I said that. Parasitic. You understand? Um, Yeast is a separate infection, but a lot of STIs are bacterial infections. Not bacteria vaginosis. I did not say BV. I said the cause, the bacteria is what causes STIs. Most STIs. Chlamydia, gonorrhea, the mycoplasma genitalium, all of those, right? They're all bacterial viruses. I mean, not viruses, they're all bacterial STIs. They, over time, untreated, can work their way up into your ureter, your urethra, your bladder, your kidney, your womb, your female organs. All of those things can be affected by untreated STIs. Period. That's why it's important that you understand what you got going on. It can affect your menstruation. But that is not the only thing that affects your menstruation. Body fat percentages, that's why some athletes don't have a menstrual cycle because their body fat percentage so low. I've shared this before, but that is how your body, your brain is set up that when you reach your certain body fat percentage, your menstrual cycle will begin. So if your body fat percentage gets below that, i.e., athletes, your menstrual cycle will not be regular. So that all of those things are possible, but there's many causes. It's not like this is one answer and this is that. Do you know how y'all know when you get medicines? How many medications have you taken that say they cause headache, drowsiness, dizziness, blurred vision, take with food, don't take with food? 99% of medications out there have all of those things I just listed on the bottom. What? How do all these medications got all the same? Because that's just the side effect. That's just what happens. That's what happens when the body gets in you. So it can, when the medicine gets in you, so it can happen. Is how it reacts in the lab when they mix them together, and that's how it reacted in some people. So they say that that's the most common, right? So it's that easy. So it's that way with medicine. So I would like for you guys to just remember while we out here, I'm not attacking nobody. I really don't feel like this Facebook is the place for this. I feel like, but hey, it ain't my business. So I don't say nothing. Adults gonna do what adults want to do. And listen, that's their business. Y'all better remember to say that. That's their business. You understand? Um, so I do feel that like I said, everyone involved should get looked checked for everything. And that's exactly what they should tell the doctor when they go in. Because I know people are saying that they don't test for this and they don't test for that. If you say this or you say that, I've gotten some questions about that in my inbox about do you have to ask for specific tests? You can ask for specific tests. However, when you go into the doctor and you're going to see them for something, they get ask you all of these questions, or they have you fill out a questionnaire. When was your last menstrual? When was your last partner? When was this? When was that? Have you ever had blah 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 blah? See, a lot of people go through there and they just mark no 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 no. Not me, not me, not me, not me. Well, medically speaking, The insurance requires that we have a reason to perform certain tests. So we have to say, oh, if insurance kicks back and says, well, why you perform this lab, right? We're not covering that. You can say, oh no, see where the patient said yes, right here, that they've had an outbreak in the genital area. So no, it's not active. So I can't do a swab, right? I cannot swab a lesion because there's not an active outbreak. But I need to find out if the outbreak previous that they've had was HSV2. The only way to find that out is to run a very expensive lab test. Listen, that blood test costs a lot more to run than that swab of the actual lesion. See, it come down to that. So it's not that anybody is lying. It's not that anybody's trying to get out of stuff. Some people just don't understand how medicine, how it works when you get on the medical side of the doctor's office. So when you fill out those questionnaires are not for what's going on right now. If you've ever had an outbreak in your genital area and it was painful, go see your doctor. Go get looked at. It's real easy. They're going to draw some tubes. They're going to put a couple of them in a centrifuge. They're going to spin them and separate them. They're going to test what serum needs tested. They're going to test what blood needs tested. And they're going to let you know what they find. But you need to understand, if this is why it's important for to tell your partner your status. If your partner is positive, you should get looked for. You should get tested for that. And when you tell the doctor I have a partner that I had unprotected sex with, and they are positive for. The doctor gonna look at you and test you, because listen, these wonderful people, y'all know the Center for Disease Control, CDC, we all got familiar with them during C-19. You know, everybody got to know them. But listen, the government got whole federally mandated programs for STIs. Did y'all know that? Anyway, hey, Wiggy. So, y'all got to make sure that when these tests come, if you tell them that, then they're responsible to test you at that point, because someone you've been with unprotected was positive. But you got to be honest, because see, that doctor ain't gonna know that if you don't tell them. When it asks, how many sexual partners have you had? Don't get up there and talk about 2 and you know it was 22. You're not doing yourself any service, not a positive service, by saying that. That's just the truth. You're not doing yourself any service by lying. Again, lying will get you nowhere in any area of your life. Lying is not the way to go. You want to go in there, you want to say this, you want to say that. Listen, no, you need to be honest with yourself and them. Listen, stop saying you ain't a 304 when you really is. Do y'all know the definition of a WHORE? Do y'all know the definition of a WHORE/304? It's anybody that has had intercourse with more than one person. So guess what I just told all y'all? If the shoe fit, baby, put that mug on. By definition, if you've had more than one partner sexually, use a 304. Tell them again, but don't say it out loud. We on Facebook. Don't say it loud. But Brown Sugar Bear said it, and I don't care if you. Ludacris said it. I don't care if you. I don't care. More than one person qualify you by definition. Hello, muchos. Oh, are you Miss Jennifer? Oh, shucks. So in it, y'all, that's it. I mean, we up. Y'all know what I really, one thing that I pride myself on, and hello, Trina, is that I I'm not a judge. I'm not, what you do does not affect me. And if it does, I can choose not to deal with you or to deal with you. That's my choice, right? I don't, it's not my place to judge you. It's not my place to tell you what you should do. Because listen, I don't tell my adult children what they should do. What the hell? They adults like me. But that's probably why all of my adult kids talk to me like they do. Baby, listen, they talk to me. I don't need friends. I got 6 adult kids and nieces and nephews, and baby, they keep me entertained because they grown. And baby, listen, they are living their best lives, and I love it for them. So, listen, I don't. There's certain things I don't do. I don't participate in. Um, I was 18 years old when I went in the Navy and started learning and started practicing medicine. Baby, listen, confidentiality is who I am. What you say? Oh, Lord. Now, I'm going to give you a straight up real answer. You're going to always get real from me. I'm not cutting no corners. If we weren't on this Facebook, I would be cussing a lot. But I'm working on it to not cuss at all. Because Facebook say we can't cuss at all over here. Now, over there on YouTube, y'all know we can. So, but babe, a little bit they say, but I be trying to follow the rules because I like my little monthly deposit. So yeah, I don't know what y'all be doing, but baby, I like it. So I try not to act up. I play the people game, baby, because they write the checks. If you write the check and I want the check, I'm gonna do it your way. That's it. That's all. Baby, that's how it works. That's how life works. That's adulting. Adulting 101. If you want a check, you got to do it the people way. Whoever the people is. But I'm working on Wigiana. Oh Lord, Wigiana. I'm working on it. This listen, I ain't cussed it all over here today. I don't think at all. Yes, much, not much. But y'all got the people need to learn to mind the business that is theirs and not everybody else's. But like I said, I'm that way with my children. My adult kids, I don't tell them I well, you should. Now I might say, well, I would bust them in the eye. But I wouldn't, I don't tell them they should do that. But that might be what I would do. But 90% of the time, yes, getting checks is adulting. But it's not you got to do your bit. You got to mind your business, y'all. Really. Like, and I have gotten some real sincere questions and I want to answer them, but I really want y'all to know that I'm not going to do the petty. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I'm never going to judge anybody. Now, I may say, now that's foolery, or I would never. But, baby, what you choose to do, I've done some things I guarantee you probably would never. You understand? So Oh, I ain't cut yet, friend. Oh, thank you. I knew somebody was in there. So listen, y'all, you have to. What I have learned on this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get into the questions, y'all. I'm so sorry because I wasn't gonna be on here that long, but you have to make your mind up on your page who you are, and you have to set the boundaries on your page and for your life what you gonna do. We gonna talk about boundaries. My nose running, y'all. My allergies kicking my butt. I was doing all right, but I started talking now. My nose don't start running again. Anyway, oh, and about that other insinuation, baby, I have never, would never. I might have flipped it a couple of times, but I have never partaked. Anyway, oh Lord, I just had to say that. When I saw that, that really bothered me when somebody sent me that there for. But anyway, that's their business, not mine. You we're gonna talk about boundaries tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know which live, but one of them we're gonna talk about boundaries because boundaries are about you and for you. They're not about nobody else. So I don't know where this that idea came from about boundaries for other people. No, every boundary you set is for you. If you setting boundaries about other people, you already doing it wrong. So stop what you're doing and come join my live about boundaries. I'm gonna help you a little bit. Yes, it's so easy. We're gonna, it's so it listen, it is so easy to get involved in somebody drama. Cause I'm gonna tell you, y'all know I live in the hood, right? By choice. I love it here. So when something jump off outside, listen, y'all know we be peeping through the blinds. I snatch my whole door open. Cause I don't want to miss nothing out there. My friends that I talk to on here, they know I done sent them videos of them getting it together in the street out front my house. Baby, I was right out there in it too, watching it all. I don't say nothing, but I be right there looking. Show do. And record it. Sometimes it be so funny. So y'all know that we be that type of nosy, right? Messy. I love, but let me tell you something. I have a boundary for that. And you see, I said I watch. I don't say nothing. I don't try to break it up. I don't try to go out there. I just, oh look, Miss Wigiana, when that I was talking about I was doing this live today, talking about this stuff, you would be listen, I was sent direct snippets of lives and videos and all kind of stuff. I am not gonna talk about it, but I just addressed the one thing I said about what earlier. But I'm not saying nothing else about it because I would not. But I'm not going to judge anybody for what they doing. Because, like I said, it's the grace and mercy of God Himself that I am right here doing what I'm doing right now. So I don't judge nobody because, baby, I have done things that I know would nobody else do. I have had to make choices that maybe you ain't had to make. Right? So I don't judge nobody because I don't have to live with the consequences of your choices. You do. That's it. Because listen, I'm not gonna have nobody whose choices can affect me around me if they just all just crazy and just making crazy choices. I'm not gonna have you around me because I'm in that stage of my life. I know that ain't what I want, so that ain't what I'm gonna do. But see, the thing is, people find it a lot easier to point fingers at other people and say, "Well, you made me," or you was wrong for how you said that to that child. You know you was wrong for how you addressed her. Listen, that ain't your business. If the person they did it to ain't say nothing, who are you? It ain't your business. Once you get into the drama, you have to keep it up. It's draining. Ain't that the truth? Once they once that story dies down, Then what? It's his grace and mercy that's kept us from the storm. Yes. Listen, let me tell. I'm not. I I'm honest with April, so I know me. There's people on my page and in my life that know me. There's a reason why I don't have an opinion or a judgment for nobody. Nobody. That's your choice. Now I got boundaries. There's certain things if you've done that or you've said that or you've behaved a certain way, baby, I'm not finna be bothered with you. That's my choice. That's my right, right? For several reasons. One, because I'm grown. Two, because I'm a veteran. I darn sure can do what I want to do. Thank you, Summer. Welcome in. So I want to encourage y'all to do what you love. Do what you want to do. Stop up here pointing fingers, bothering people. Because, baby, listen, that is not what you want to do in your life. It is not worth it. It's not worth the energy. It is just not worth doing it. So, listen, let's stop that part, okay? Because, oh, now, I believe everything that was sent in my inbox is stuff that was probably already on Facebook, right? It's just like screen recordings or whatever. But y'all can send me all of that you want. I will never really talk about it. I will never give you any clout or any traction by saying what you sent me or who sent it. And I will never betray you by breaking your confidentiality if you didn't want me to say it. So I just don't say nothing at all. Thank you, Miss Brittany. But and welcome in. But y'all really we as adults have got to be accountable for ourselves. Period. And I don't mean no harm, but I'm gonna say this right here. I have seen some of y'all adults behave in ways that one of my adult kids, and the oldest of them six is 27, the youngest is 22. None of them would do the behaviors I've seen on this Facebook. None of them. I would be shocked if they acted like that. Now that's coming from me, cause baby, I might, but it's alarming to me that this is the way people in they over 35, cause I don't really know how old nobody is, but if you over 35 and darn sure over 40, get yourself together and stop it. And if that shoe fits, guess what? Wear it. Cause I got it in sizes from a 3.5 children, cause y'all know I got a little foot, all the way up to a size 15 in men's. If the shoe fit, wear it. That's it for that part. Now, let's talk about somebody sent me some results and they wanted to know what the actual tests were. Right? Somebody shared them on Facebook, so they sent them to me. So it was a swab where they checked for three things. One was for candid eye. I can't put that. You got that right. Wiggiana, I can't imagine. Oh, Lord, I'm glad I ain't got your inbox. Jesus, Lord of mercy. Baby, baby, listen. Hooey. I would. Oh, Lord. Wiggiana, your inbox. Oh, Jesus. Baby, listen, I ain't going over there. I don't even want to know. But it is. It's something at this ages. So they said one of them was for Gardella. And the other was for what was it? Was it Trick? Dang. I can't remember what it is, and I don't have it here in front of me to pull it up. Anyway, so the first one, the C, the candida, that is yeast. You know, when you get a yeast infection, that is something, and we're gonna do these one at a time. That is something that is naturally in our vagina. It is naturally occurring along with the Gardella. That bacteria is naturally occurring when there is an overproduction of either. You can get a yeast infection or what is called bacteria vaginosis. Actually, it's bacterial, AL, vaginosis. But anyway, so um, as we discussed on my live last week, some of the common symptoms of BV, or the positive for the Gardella bacteria, is okay. Let's start. You know what? I'm gonna do this in order. Let's start with the causes of BV, bacteria vaginosis. What can cause the overproduction of that bacteria in your vagina, and therefore causing you to develop what would be diagnosed as bacterial vaginosis? Okay. So, one way you can get it is simply by using a body wash that you haven't used before, that your body doesn't like. And so the bacteria in your vagina recognizes that, oh, wait, what is this? So it overproduces to try to get rid of what it don't recognize. Well, when bacteria overproduces, you have to take an antibiotic. Those are medications that are created to fight different strains because there are different bacterias. So every amoxicillin or penicillins don't fix everything. Ciprofloxacin doesn't fix everything. Azithromycin doesn't fix everything. Clindamycin doesn't fix everything. However, each one of those destroys a different strain of bacteria. So, when you have that overproduction, you have to take a medication to cure back to rebalance because it doesn't get rid of the bacteria. What it does is it decreases the bacteria to the point to where it is healthy again in your vagina. Again, that bacteria is always there. It's just not always so much of it. It's when there's so much of it that the bacteria is out of control and it produces odor, discharge, those types of things. So, really quick, I'm going to give you guys an example that's not medically related so that we can put the two together. Y'all finna find out why I was the. Listen, other nurses used to have me do their patient educations because they didn't really like it. Baby, I love it because it makes me know, understand, and be able to help somebody else. So I love patient education. So y'all know, y'all been in a place, y'all know mops, right? The old mops, even the new mops. You know, sometime when you use a mop, even if you bleach in it, eventually that mop will start to smell. Y'all been in places where you be like, oh, they use a dirty mop to mop this floor. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Tap them hearts. Tap, 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 tap. Tap them hearts if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that smell that gets in the mop is caused by bacteria. Hmm. When your towels have that stench, you know, after you've washed them 4 or 5 times because you're still using fabric softener in your towels. Y'all do know that you shouldn't use fabric softener in your towels. Anyway, um, we'll talk about that another day. Well, I guess you can, but it does affect your towel. Anyway, you know, your towels have that odor. That is bacteria. That's what causes said odor, or is the type of bacteria. The same thing happens when you get an overabundance of bacteria in your vagina. So, what it's a real simple test. You go to the doctor, they do a pelvic exam, right? So you know you got to let feet in the thing, knees up, fall apart. Knees fall apart, ladies. So, and they will get a swab. They swab the wall just inside. They smear it and look at it under a microscope. They will see if there's an overabundance of said bacteria because the bacteria is recognizable when you see it under the microscope. Booyah! Simple, easy peasy. Listen, bacterial vaginosis, I have seen conversations about it that are all over the place. Baby, listen, it is that simple. Bacterial vaginosis is a simple overabundance of a bacteria that normally is in your vagina. It's just an overabundance, so it's causing problems. That's it. There's an overgrowth. That's it of the bacteria. Y'all, come on. We just because, listen, let me tell you something. Just because one person has it and another person has the exact same thing, it's not based off that person, how we treat the infection, how we treat the disease. It should not be. That is what makes medicine bad when we start looking at the person instead of what we're treating. See, I don't do that. I don't blur those lines. So listen, if you got BV, it's not because you were nasty. It's not because you were sexually irresponsible. That's it. Okay? Okay. Yeast, it's the same way. It's naturally occurring. When there's an overabundance, we get what we call a yeast infection. You get medication, you treat it. It is not sexually caused. You understand? So, those are let's leave that there. Now, when it comes to BV and yeast infections, both, they can remain on the penis. Okay? Scary out here in these streets. It really is crazy. So, ooh, shucks. Sorry, y'all. So, I forgot what I was gonna say. Specific to, oh, that's right. The penis, if not cleaned properly, which if you want a cleaning tutorial, I talked about it on my last live, the live last Tuesday to be exact. I talked about it. But listen, if he is not clean, and I talked about cleaning when they're circumcised and uncircumcised. So it's there. Y'all go over there. I can do it again if I need to, but I'm not right now. If the penis is not cleaned effectively, properly, then because the the yeast and the bacteria is on the outside, whenever he enters another woman, you have to, no surprise at all to me, Miss Peaches. Evidently, they don't know Wigiana. So when that is on the outside, whenever it goes in somewhere else, it is going to put said yeast, said bacteria in the new location. So if you add that to what's already there naturally occurring, You are right. There is a overabundance that occurs. You get it? One plus one make two. That is not new math. That's easy peasy math. So that is how it can be passed around sexually. However, it can occur without any sex involved. Does that mean no intercourse, and you can get bacterial vaginosis and yeast infections? Easy peasy. So it can be passed around. Now, as far as STIs in general go, women are more susceptible in most cases because we get entered. Everything goes inside of us. Wiggy, but the truth is, Wiggiana, is that a lot of people were never taught. There are ladies, there are grown women who still roll up toilet paper for their panties when they menstrual come on, because they don't even think to carry something on them because they were never taught that. You will be surprised. Listen, and maybe that's another reason I take the look at things that I look. You will be surprised how many people were never taught proper hygiene. Why do you think women buy so many scented and different soaps? That is the worst thing we could put on our body. I talked about that on the last live about what, women clean their skin with, especially their vaginas. If it's soapy and it gets a lot of bubbles and sudsy, it's very unhealthy for your skin. So you really shouldn't use it in a very sensitive area, your face, your vagina, different spaces like that. So people don't understand. They don't know. Exactly, Miss Jennifer. Your mom passed away when you were 12. I know you had shared that with us before. And your dad just didn't, he probably didn't know, Miss Jennifer. He probably wanted to tell you, wanted to make sure you had all of everything you needed. And he probably just didn't know himself because so much of this stuff has been taboo for centuries. For centuries. People, these type of conversations have been taboo. We can't talk about it cuz blah. What? That don't no, that's wrong. That's wrong. And some people parents just don't have those discussions with them. Yes. Y'all know, y'all may not know, but as a doula, I volunteer. I volunteer a lot of my time with women's shelters, battered shelters, domestic violence shelters, teen pregnancy centers. I do a lot of doula work with them because listen, I love it. I love it. So I do a lot of work with them because I love it. And there are people of all ages, ethnicity, cultural backgrounds who just they don't know, y'all. They really just don't know. No one ever told them. Or someone said it to them, but because they didn't trust the person they got the information from, they ain't listen. Or the person gave them the information, but was their actions were the opposite of what they told them to do. So they didn't listen. So there's all kinds of reasons why people do not do what is right, or they may hear that it's right. But genuinely, you will be surprised how many don't know. And you're right, Miss Jennifer. Jennifer, at school, they will come in and they will give them condoms for male and female. They will talk about tampons. They will, but they will not talk to those young ladies or gentlemen. Because listen, my sons know as much about menstruating as my daughters do. Because guess what? My sons may have daughters. My sons may have wives. So guess what they're gonna need to know? How to help them, how to tell them, how to be a support for them, because that's what you do for those you love. But if you don't have the right information, you can't support nobody. I said it here. You heard me? So the schools teach all of that, but they do not teach hygiene. They teach safety, but not hygiene. What what in the world? That's crazy, right? But that's what happens in school. They teach safety, not hygiene. Help me understand it, but baby, I don't know. Everybody should go and get their own set of tests. If you're promiscuous, that means you got more. If you have multiple partners, if you're having multiple partners, or you're living a very promiscuous lifestyle, your business. I love it for you. If you're happy and healthy, enjoy. But part of being healthy is knowing all of your status, not just for HIV. Period. All of your statuses. You should know everything about your body. Just like you know your heart rate, your blood pressure, what's your oxygen percentage, what is all of these things, you should know. Just like you know your eye color, your hair color, you should know your sexual status in all areas. Period. Ladies, real quick, if you're running to the store using just those pH strips, now if you understand the pH strip, go ahead. But let me tell y'all something. I heard somebody on here. Let's get back to dry hunching. That way no one gets pregnant or STDs. You know we were dry hunching. We used to play high and go get with Gianna. Oh Lord, the hide and go get. Y'all remember hide and go get? I used to play hide and go get. Or I used to get got. Shut up. Oh Lord. Whew. But yes, you need to know your body, your responsibility. That's it. So you need to know. Um, Make sure, like I said, that you're honest when you're going to these appointments, you're talking to these doctors. Even if it is your primary care, if you're going in to see your doctor, listen, you do not have to go to the health department. You do not have to go to Planned Parenthood. Your primary care physician, the one that sees you for everything else, can do all of these tests. Unless, wait a minute, let me stop that. Some doctors, you are right. Some doctors do not do anything below, right? They don't, you will never undress in their office. There are some doctors out there, nurse practitioners, that do not do that pelvic exams of any kind. They will give you a referral. If you need a referral. Now, remember, if you have a PPO, you don't need a referral. So you could just call a gynecology office, male or female. If you male or female, you can call the GYN office. It can be OBGYN, but you're gonna need the gyn part, the gynecology part, and they will run the necessary test. Okay. They'll help you. They'll run it all, they'll get it all for you. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So listen, ladies, if you take a shower or you get wet and you get out of the shower and your vagina odor is stronger and you jump back in the shower, natural response, right? You jump back in the shower, you get out of the shower, and there's still a odor. Go to the doctor. The only way to clear up bacteria vaginosis is with an antibiotic, y'all. Uh, Something has gotten to get rid of that overabundance of bacteria. That's what's got to happen. Ain't no Norform. Ain't no just it balances your pH. Bacterial vaginosis is not about your pH. It's about bacteria. Will it affect your pH? Show us we sitting here. Cause pH, I heard somebody say, y'all, somebody said on their live that it was mixing with their pH. Exactly. Scoot till you feel like you hanging off the edge. That's what I always told my patients. Scoot till you feel like you're gonna fall off the edge. I ain't lying that way you used to tell them. Anyway, I don't know what I'm gonna say, child. Something going on outside. I'm looking at police over there. There's some lights. I'm nosy. I told y'all I was nosy. So, I remember what I was gonna say. But ladies, if you using after you have intercourse, ladies, you need to get up and go pee. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? After intercourse, go pee. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the back bay. After intercourse, go pee. I heard somebody say about something mixing with their pH. Let's hold up, y'all. Do not ain't nothing mixing with your pH. Your pH is not mixable because the pH is the balance of everything together in your vagina. I done told y'all a couple of things. There's all kind of things going in there, women. Ladies, listen, it's a whole area of its own down there. Okay? So it's got its own little world, its own little everything, bacteria, yeast, everything takes care of everything down there. Nothing mixes with your pH. Your pH is just a level. I would tell y'all what pH stands for, but you ain't gonna know. So it's a level, and that level decides if it's healthy or unhealthy. Now, you can have too high or too low pH. So listen, just checking your pH is not the answer because you need to know why your pH is off. And it's not just sex that causes your pH to be off or semen. Listen, semen comes from a whole different body. So when it enters your body, it is not going to be identical to where it's going. So when it sits in there, it can cause an odor. It can cause things to be a little funky in there. But when you clean up, it's good. But you don't need to be putting nothing in there. Don't be putting no towel in there. No trying to scrape. I heard somebody say, go in there and clean yourself out after you finish intercourse. Listen, don't do that. Do not go in there trying to wash inside of there like you washing a cup in the sink. Baby, don't do that. Don't do it. You are only gonna make it worse by doing that. Okay? Y'all, it's so much. We're gonna continue to talk about women's health, but I really wanted to talk about that specific video I was sent because I don't like to be tried to put in stuff, and I don't like for people to try to think, listen, I will never, ever, whether I'm over here on Real Life with April, whether I'm over there on my panel with my girl Shalay and Blanche and Letter and Purple, whether I'm over there with on Sweet Truth page, whether I'm on Jack Fact page, whether I'm on Wiggiana page. Listen, what I ain't gonna do is behave in a way that is unbecoming of myself. And there's just certain things I ain't gonna do. And I'm not, none of these people I just said even expect that from me because they know that's how I rock. But y'all gotta stop. I'm not the wrong one, not doing it. So please don't bother me no more. I want y'all to know that I have appreciated y'all being here. If there's a specific health, women's health subject that y'all would like to talk about, I think I'm gonna do this on Tuesdays. We're gonna do women, we're gonna do self-health Tuesdays. Because I really want to talk about all kinds of things. I want y'all to come like Miss Jennifer. Last week, remember you shared about with your daughter, and we were able. So I want y'all to just come and talk to me about all of these things. And I want to talk about it. I want to educate you so you can educate them and educate others with the right information. But let me tell y'all something. When you know the most, and maybe this one reason I'm like I am, when you know the information, you have to make sure that you are sharing it with others in a way that they will receive that information, that knowledge, that understanding from you. And once you behave as if you better than them, they're not going to receive nothing else from you. So I ain't better than nobody. Ain't. Now my actions may be better than yours, but I ain't better than nobody. I don't think that. I don't feel that. Don't want to be. You understand? So be mindful of that. As we're learning and you learning new things, never use that as a way to attack, harm, or hurt somebody else. Be grateful that you had the mind to receive that knowledge, that understanding. Never use it to hurt nobody. And that's it for today. Hit me with your inboxes. Anything y'all want to talk about? We're going to talk about it next Tuesday. Like I said, tomorrow, we're going to talk about boundaries when I go live. We're going to talk about boundaries and the importance. So, thank y'all for joining me. I really appreciate all of you. And I will see you soon. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. You're only a day away. Bye, y'all.